What is up, guys? I'm back again. Today we've got a special treat. I picked up a new project truck. So this is a 1995 Chevy Tahoe 4-wheel drive. It's one of those rare things that I usually don't get, only because the rarity of them, well, they're not really rare. A lot of people do have them. It's just everybody wants an arm and a leg for them, which I got this very, very cheap. I actually got it towed to my house. The price was just too good to pass up. So it currently does not run, but I'm going to give you a quick look at the old Tahoe and see what we're working with. It's a mess. Obviously we're going to be going through, not in this video, but I'm going to be replacing doors, both fenders, hood, both barn doors, a lot of the inside trim, just to get it back to where it should be. But today, since it currently does not run, that's why I got such a good deal on it. We're gonna get it running, or hopefully get it running. So let's take a quick look at it and see what we need to do. All right, guys, this is the two-door I picked up. As you can see, it paint's pretty shot out. Doors are pretty banged up. Where this one has a different color door panel, which that'll be changed out. I cleaned some of it up already, but you can see it's pretty bad. Carpet's pretty dirty. Busted windshield. Console needs to go. This needs to go. But it's all pretty much there. I have no keys for it yet, but I'll be going through how to replace your the steering wheel key tumbler, because I got that coming. Missing some inner panels, but overall it's all here, and it's 4-wheel drive, of course. But yeah, definitely needs some work. These doors are trashed. That's as good as it gets for closing. And someone went to town with this with some spray paint, so we need to get rid of mirrors, doors, fenders, hood. It needs a new grill, lights. It needs a lot, but I think I can make it happen. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Needs some interior work, obviously. Has 172 on the odometer. Let's pop the hood. Some body damage again. All these panels will get replaced. Barn doors also get replaced, and of course everything just needs to be cleaned up. This thing's a mess. It's a mess, but we'll make something happen. Old roll pan, some panels we need. Alright guys, this is a TBI, throttle body injected 350, but I've already been messing around with it, and I think I have it pinpoint on what it is. This is my battery out of the old truck, but I hooked up my battery, starter's now working, which it wasn't working before, but I don't have any fuel. And the reason I know that is because I sprayed some starter fluid down the throat and try to fire it off, and it fired off. So I know I have a fuel issue delivery problem. So the first thing we're gonna check, nice, fuel pump. So we're gonna check this relay. I grabbed this one from my for my OBS. We'll see if that gives us anything. Put the battery. We're gonna open up the throat. These are my keys for now. So I know it works. Just when I turn over the key, I don't hear a fuel pump. There's nothing going on in the back. There's nothing. So that eliminates this being the problem. So the fuel pump relay is actually good, which I have the one from the OBS. So we're going to try something different and replace the fuel pump, see where that gets us, because I know it's having a fuel delivery issue. So let's get going on that. Okay guys, first thing we got to do, we're underneath the truck. We have to remove this this tank guard, and we also have to disconnect the filler neck hose there, and then this ground. So let's get that going. Okay guys, now we have the straps. So we have those two bolts. These were 13 mil. These are 15. Okay guys, real quick, we got to take out the filler neck. Okay guys, we're gonna drop it slow. Okay, I'm gonna mark this hose just so I know where it was, so it's not a problem going back in. Okay, so we'll just mark this. As long as those marks line up, should be good. Okay guys, we have the wiring holding it up, but I noticed there's a bolt there, and it's a 13 millimeter socket. Okay guys, that's unplugged. So we could drop it while it's out. Okay guys, 16 mil wrench. Use some vice grip to hold it. Channel locks. Okay guys, we got the fuel pump out. Let's get if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a stock fuel pump, original to the truck. That's just falling apart. It's also got a bunch of trash on it, so this is trash obviously. And then the reason I think it's original to the truck is because of these clamps. They look like they have not been replaced. They no longer make them like this anymore. It's a new style. It's a thicker clamp. It's also a thicker hose. So this might be a stock pump or not. I really don't know. But anyway, we got a new fuel pump. We also got a new fuel pump. All the accessories, the rubbers, plastics, the whole deal. So we'll take this apart real quick. Gentle with these. It's just plastic. And we got the last one. Alright. That's it. Fuel pump's out. Alright guys, this is the new fuel pump. It's from O'Reilly's. That's the part number there. Just a Master Pro regular cheap pump. So with the pump we get the instructions, all the hardware, wiring, all the clips, a little hose as well. So we use that, and of course we have a new fuel pump. So these are pretty much the same. Yeah, they're the same. Clips look different, but they are the same. We have a brand new fuel pump strainer. That's the part number there. S13003. A little bigger than our old one. This is the old one, but that's alright, it'll work just fine. So pretty basic. That goes in there. This is worn out. We're not going to be using that again. And this is a little bit different. So you got to really force these on. It's like that. And then I have the marking on the old one. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just really force it on. Looks like we got it all plugged in. Of course, don't forget your wiring. Lock it in the back. wiring's done. And then we have these. These are the little clamps that they provide you with. So these are pretty easy to install. What you do is squeeze them together. Alright guys, we're gonna get this in. Looks like we're in there. So I ran to the auto parts store. This one was original and it snapped off. It's for the actual vacuum. It's a fuel tank vent valve. You have two of them on these tanks, but this one was obviously broken up. So O'Reilly's again, Dorman. That's the part number there, 911-001. And I think they had it there for a long time. But this is what was broken off. This little piece for the vacuum. So that one's intact. We'll install that real quick. There it is. That one's done. Okay guys, then we have to make these hoses up real quick. Okay, all those are hooked up. Okay guys, everything's buttoned up. We're gonna give it a test fire. Got my key. Come on. There it is, guys. It's up and running. But I believe Okay guys, that's going to be it for this one. As you saw in the video, I was able to get the Tahoe running under its own power, which is great. When I initially bought the vehicle, I did purchase this Tahoe for $1,000 and it was delivered to my front doorstep. So that's a great price. I can't beat that. But when I purchased it from the previous owner, he told me that the starter was out and it was leaking some coolant from some intake or something. So I was like, okay, let me check it out and we'll go from there. So I checked it out after I popped in my battery from my OBS and started doing some diagnostics. I found that the starter fell out because it had one bolt and it was kind of just dangling there. So I picked up a set of bolts, I put the starter back in, and it started cranking. After it started cranking, I started noticing I had no fuel going to the TBI. So I diagnosed it from there, and I noticed I couldn't hear a fuel pump. So I replaced a fuel pump relay, again out of my other OBS. It still didn't work, so I knew I had a fuel pump issue. So I went down to O'Reilly's, picked up a new fuel pump and fuel pump strainer. The fuel pump was $26. The strainer was like $9. So I have a total of $1,035 or so. So that's a great deal for a running and driving Tahoe, as you've seen. Next up, I do have to fix that intake leak. Once I fired it up, I filled up all the fluids. I noticed it was starting leaking out water out of the top of the intake. So I do need to replace that intake gasket, but we'll be doing that next. Other than that, I will be updating some of the interior, getting some seats, carpet. I already got the door panels in the back here. As you saw, I got some nice new ones, or not new ones, but new to me, but very, very clean. So I got those. I'm going to get some barn doors for the rear, some used ones that are nice and clean, nice and white. We got some driver's side, passenger side doors, fenders, and hood. Also bumper, grill, all that good stuff. That's all coming up next. I am going to be finishing up the engine on the OBS and swapping that out as well. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick little preview because I need to get this thing moving around just so I can shuffle my cars around my driveway. I can park it in the back if I need to do so. But that'll be coming up next, guys. As always, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Also, hit the bell for notifications. You will get notified when I have a new video coming out. And you can follow me on my Instagram at LowLifeYonquez. I do upload a lot of pictures before I get to upload anything to YouTube. So again, thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys very shortly on the next one.